Welcome you back to the Alamo. We're at Frostbank season between these two teams. We begin with Spurs. And we are underway. Spurs get first crack at it. Chris Paul with the handle. Finds Fox. Fox rises. Can't hit. Hartenstein on Friday over Atlanta. 48 victories on the season. Williams through traffic. Puts it up and off glass for two. Williams averaging 21 points per contest this season. Was a first-time All-Star. Fox slings it over to Paul. Paul sets up a cell. Three ball, short.
Offensively is where San Antonio has really struggled without Victor Wembanyama on the floor. Finding their reads, finding their shots in the flow. He puts so much pressure on defense, it opens it up for other players.
Good ball move.
There hasn't been a struggle offensively for OKC, though. They have just been in a rhythm. Coming out of the month of February, their best offensive month of the season.
Vassell down the lane, floats it up with San Antonio. Williams on the move, out to Shai Gilgeous-Alexander for three. Three-point shooter, but he is a capable three-point shooter, with the exception of Hartenstein in the middle. They just spread you out. They let the ball find the right shot, and those shots early. SGA, Hartenstein, the turnaround, bounces out. Biyombo the pull to Biyombo, blocked by Hartenstein. Thunder running. Williams outside to Dort. Dort firing from three, rims out, tapped out in the hands of Williams. Williams sets the feet, hits the three. Third three-pointer already for OKC.
OKC really shooting the three ball at a higher rate coming out of the month of February, but they're getting really good looks because of that ball movement, because the ball finding the right play, finding the right player.
Tipped up. Once again, a wide open OKC shooter. Wallace knocks down his second three. Fox, three ball.
De'Aaron Fox hasn't quite found his rhythm offensively with San Antonio. Made that big shot to get the win last night in Memphis. They're going to need to rely on him a little bit more to play make.
SGA. Pull up over Vassell, long. Hartenstein couldn't corral it.
One of the tops in the league in terms of fourth quarter scoring is De'Aaron Fox as well.
Swish, elbow J, pure for De'Aaron Fox. He has five. Did not get that English to go in the reverse. Here's Fox the other way, fires a three. Off the heel, rebound Williams. SGA ahead of the pack. And good defense. CP3.
The ultimate floor general, the ultimate leader, point guard, but just his patience and communication and coaching up these young guys.
Easy deuce for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, leading the NBA in scoring at 32 points per contest. Vassell. And now it's Barnes on the drive, high off window, too strong. Wallace on the drive, flips it up and in, count it, and put him on the line. Wallace with the early offense. He has 8 points. Just how dominant this OKC squad has been with so many stretches throughout the season.
Talked about it in the open, the defense travels, and when you set the tone on the defensive end of the floor, when everybody buys into all the little things that entails collectively, when you're selfless and you're in it for each other, nobody cares who gets the credit. You're able to withstand and have that resilience as Harrison Barnes knocks down the
14, OKC on top. Pass inside, Wallace dumps it off to Hartenstein, has to scoop it up. Williams for three, good.
He's been so good all season, ability to play make offensively in multiple ways. His length and ability to be disruptive on the defensive end.
Paul. It rotates. Barnes, three more. Yes. It is 8 3-pointers between both teams. We're just at the halfway mark of this opening quarter. The lob to Hartenstein.
And the timing of the delivery, probably could have delivered it a beat earlier, but instead the extra dribble, engaging the D, throwing it up.
Castle in traffic, no. Biombo the offensive board. Barnes again.
Harrison Barnes is shooting at about 15% clip higher from the 3 at home, so he feels comfortable here, letting it fly early.
Hartenstein with the back down. Turnaround with the left hand is money. Goal for Hartenstein. Castle out to Barnes. Dort all over him this time. 5 minutes to go in the first. CP3 defended by Dort. Barnes working on Wallace. Pump, fires short. Castle the offensive board, lost the handle. They lead the NBA in steals. Wallace in and out on the 3. Offensive board to Dort. SGA for 3. No. And a battle for the board. A loose.
You see the versatility, the ability to switch and stay in place.
Johnson deep corner. Got a 3.
Keldon Johnson's been really good. The last 6 games, over 18 points at a high clip.
Both teams 5 for 8 from beyond the arc. SGA, automatic.
Anytime.
Sohan with the handle, spinning out of trouble, gave it up to Johnson. Johnson on the move, tried to toss it out to Vassell. Games they've played thus far. Barnes on the drive, splits the defense, out to Castle, sets to beat, and drills the trifecta. Both teams making it rain. 2-point ball game. Wallace for 3. In and out. And Sohan saved it. Nope. At the top. Yeah. Denver, Memphis, Houston. The Lakers trying to make a surge. SGA was. It's wild as things heat up the rest of the
A little bit up and down, and certainly teams thinking about Golden State and the Lakers making moves to help them with postseason runs. Think about Houston, the young, athletic, up-and-coming team as well. And you know, and they look at the way that OKC has been built, and every year they've been taking steps towards dominance, right? And get the #1 seed a year ago and underperform, certainly disappointed, using that as motivation. They have been the most consistent team in the West.
They took that #1 spot from Golden State on November 25th and have not looked back. Alex Caruso. One of the offseason, I mean, there were so many big-name moves in the offseason, but the subtle moves OKC made to bring in Hartenstein and Caruso really paid dividends.
We certainly knew that there was a rebounding issue that needed to be addressed in the offseason, and Hartenstein does that. Caruso brings that.
SGA with 9 early points. Defended closely by Castle. Wiggins. And it's a traveling violation. We're going the other way. 2 minutes to go in the first. Nice pocket pass. Sohan stops. Tosses it out. Champagny, corner 3. Bullseye. Wiggins off his heel. 3rd turnover for the Thunder.
2 in a row for Wiggins. Coming in the ball game, getting his feel.
Again, no. Isaiah Joe dealing with back spasms. Johnson, hand off to Champagny, fires again, good again. They are red hot from beyond the arc.
Hey, and it's what he does. Over 70% of his shot attempts are from the 3-point line. You got to close, get a hand up.
It's a 1-point lead for the Thunder. Check that. Make it 4. Wiggins, a flame. Castle for 3. Of course. They're 9 for 12 from downtown.
And if you're OKC, this is a little reminiscent of Brooklyn. That Brooklyn game where they were just lit up in that first half from the 3-point line.
Back and forth we go. SGA with 12. Fox on the move. Threw it right to SGA. And he gets it across the timeline. Wiggins penetrating. Blocked. Sohan with the save as well. Champagnie behind the back. Johnson got it back. 7-second difference between shot clock and game clock. Johnson behind the back, gives it up. Castle straight on. Boom! Back to a one-point game. It rotates to Caruso. Williams, the throwdown with 3.2 to go in the first. Castle got it off in time. It does not go down.
Obviously, that's going to come back to the mean at some point. We got to keep contesting it, got to keep prioritizing our shell, not overreact to a hot shooting quarter for them. I thought we defended pretty well.
You're a pretty good team when you withstand 10 made threes. What did you like from your offense?
I mean, obviously, we paced well. I thought our stuff was pretty...
And again, a 71% opening quarter for San Antonio. 3-point ball game. Fox with the rock, defended by Caruso, gives it up to Johnson. Sohan for three. Oh, it's that kind of night. Sohan, 34% three-point shooter, just tied it up.
Well, you heard Mark Dagnall talk about it getting back to the mean. We've seen this before, right? Where teams get hot in a quarter or a half, and you've got to withstand the runs. You got to come back and you got to answer.
Wiggins can't get that to drop. The Spurs' last 10 field goals from downtown. Nice pocket pass. Sohan snaps that streak with the easy lay-in. San Antonio by 2. Hartenstein out to Jang. Jang dumps it off. Williams climbing the ladder. Castle for three. Short. Play for the Thunder. Hartenstein taking his time. And ooh.
You see them have multiple turnovers.
4 turnovers in the early going. Williams full head of steam down the lane. Foul. Putting pressure on San Antonio's.
Back in the league in attempts, first in the league in percentage. So when they do, they make you pay.
In honor of our Hispanic fans, the NBA continues its celebration with specially designed warm-up shirts and in-arena festivities. Williams good at the line. Fox on the move, in the lane, blocked by Williams. Here come the Thunder the other way.
The last couple of possessions, OKC going to that 2-3 zone just to try to give a different look, try to get San Antonio out of their rhythm.
Castle. Defended by Caruso, outstanding defender. Champagnie around the Sohan screen. Sohan got it back and put it in.
What a tough pickup by Sohan. There were 4 blue jerseys around him. He was able to pick up clean and finish.
He had 17, 9, and 4 last night. Jang knocking down the triple. Not played a ton this season. Did not play on Friday in that win over Atlanta. Castle off window. Stephon Castle in double figure. Good ball movement. Wiggins can't hit in the corner. Rebound Fox. San Antonio trying to take back the lead. Castle sets the feet. And it drops. Oh, the home rim.
Like that, and Castle's been exceptional all season long, but hit a little bit of a wall after All-Star break and has found his way out of it these last few games.
Hartenstein fouled by De'Aaron Fox.
Step up in big moments and make winning plays.
Hartenstein to the rack. We're going to see tonight. We still have 8 minutes to go in this first half. Knotted up at 50. Sohan, 3 more. Off the mark. Hartenstein the rebound. He'll bring it up himself. Williams, shadowed by Barnes. Sidestep into a 3 and an out. Won't drop. Hartenstein, offensive board. Short hook won't go. Spurs shooting 59% from the floor. Johnson, handoff. Sohan in traffic on the floor. And a timeout given to San Antonio.
Such a master of the game.
Back to live action. Keldon Johnson with the rock. 6 on the shot clock. Working on Caruso. Puts it up and in.
Greatly from having Chris Paul on the roster this year. They call him Coach Paul because he's relentless. He takes up every ounce of space not being used. He inserts himself into every situation, which has taught a lot of these young guys, if you don't want him to step in and take over, you have to speak up first, which is a valuable lesson.
No question. Johnson missing off the heel.
End of game. Chris Paul was not in the ballgame, but he was on the sideline talking to his guys, talking to De'Aaron Fox about getting the ball in situations where he was being denied and taking over a ballgame.
Wallace gets it into Caruso. It's been a good one in this first half. Whoa, Williams through traffic, kisses it off the window and draws the foul.
Well, he's not a specialist, right? He's just a ball player.
An efficient night thus far for Jalen Williams. 3 of his free throws. He has 15 points to lead all scorers. Johnson on the drive, fires over Jang and Hartenstein and scores.
He had 22 the last time these two teams met, and this is a young man whose confidence just continues to grow on the offensive end.
Williams can't get it to drop that time. Paul ahead to Johnson. Champagny. Kick out. And now it's Barnes, patient on the drive, off glass, 2 more.
Keeping the small defender behind him, getting into the body of the bigger defender.
Gang rebound, stay with the early passes. Guys are doing great. Here we go. Let's go, keep going.
Jalen Williams straight on 3, front iron no, rebound chased. The rodeo road trip is real. 5:15 to go in the second quarter. Vassell, catch, fire, no.
I like what Mitch Johnson was talking about in that huddle, though. The defensive board is going to be so important. Undersized, no Wemby on the floor. It's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the tough finish.
OKC with 7 second chance points in this first half. Biyombo, nowhere to go with the rock. And Johnson had to push off to create space.
There's resistance in everything this Oklahoma City team does on the defensive end.
And it's contagious. If you want to get out on the floor for Mark Daigneault,
yes,
you have to.
With this franchise and with this young group and this young culture, young players don't always like to play defense, but they've gotten defensive-minded. That's now the expectation.
Keldon Johnson takes the seat with 4 fouls. Let's check in with King.
Ryan says he appreciates so much about SGA. He said, I didn't realize how unselfish he was. He said, look at the way he plays defense. He carries such a huge load off Fox. That's what makes him special. And it starts with the head of the snake and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
One of the more selfless teams in the NBA. Corner 3, long. Rebound, Williams out to Wallace. Wallace bounce pass, Dort getting up.
Well, you mentioned selfless, but it's also valuing the details, valuing the intangibles, valuing all of those things that go into winning, that impact winning.
Vassell around a Sohan screen, sets up Castle. Castle on the drive, missed the lay-in, but is fouled.
In the second.
And San Antonio has cooled. Castle coming on strong for San Antonio at the moment. 60-58 is our score. San Antonio on top. Williams, Wallace out to Dort. Good ball movement to Williams in the corner. He will fire the 3. Can't hit. Castle the board. Castle coming off back-to-back 20-point performances. Here's Vassell on the drive, puts it in.
Spurs doing such a great job of sharing the basketball. A high assist-to-made field goal ratio.
To the free throw line. This will be his 3rd and 4th free throws of the night.
It's like it's so easy for him. I mean, obviously you know that it's not. It's all the work that he's put in. He's always incredibly poised. He makes the right play and the right read every single time.
Paul, 3 more. And the lead is now 5. Largest lead of the game for the Spurs. OKC's led by as many as 8. Williams through traffic, off balance. He can do no wrong in this first half. He has 17. Sohan, bucket, and the foul.
We heard Mitch
From the floor in his last 3 ball games. There's that unconventional. SGA from the free throw line, drawing that contact from Devin. He's eyeing his first career Embiid 2 seasons ago. (68-64). Fox put it up and off. Nearly got his own, and here comes OKC out of there with it. Williams going to have to chase it down, and Sohan blocked into the hands of Castle, who is coming up. Wild in the Eastern Conference. Tell you what, Cleveland adding DeAndre Hunter, the way they've been playing all season. Everybody had questions.
And you think Boston's sending a message in the first quarter, and Cleveland just weathers the storm and stays true to who they are, and you see the moves that they've made have put them in position, series, right, to be able to do it multiple times throughout the course of the season. In the injuries to Drew Holiday, knocks down another 3.
3-pointer in this first half for San Antonio. 60 seconds to go in the first half. Williams has been brilliant. Leaves it for Wallace. Deep corner. Rimming out. Cap 72-66. Vassell, no hesitation. Drills the trick. Display by San Antonio. Largest lead of the night. And Chris Paul.
Eyes to get you off balance just enough.
See the 16 made 3-pointers for San. And on the second half of a back-to-back, no less.
But shooting it lights out.
Meanwhile, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 22 points. SGA. Castle, dribble drive, flips it up and in. What a move by the rookie. 10 seconds to go in the second quarter. 77-69. Williams, 19 points, fires a 3, got the bounce. Give him one of the rare misses.
On 29 made field goals.
That's our Running the Court, brought to you by Brooks. Third quarter underway. San Antonio, 5-point advantage. Second night of a back-to-back for the Spurs. Front end of a back. San Antonio getting into it quickly. Barnes on the drive, puts it up and through. Let's check in with Arcady George.
Mitch Johnson said you could feel Pop's aura and his presence. Guys were on the edge of their seats just taking it all in. Pop loved on him. He cussed them out. He connected with them, gave feedback, igniting a fire that led to last night's clutch win. And it looks like it's carried over tonight, Michael.
No question. I love that. Cussed him out as well. So Pop was being Pop. We wish him a speedy recovery. Hope to see him on the sideline again soon. SGA. Oh, the discard. Fires, left it short. Here comes Chris Paul. 4-point advantage for San Antonio. 25 wins on the season. They're 13th in the West. De'Aaron Fox, no good on the Dort for 3. No. And SGA comes out of there with it. Sets up Wallace. Corner 3. Money.
If you're San Antonio, you want to play with pace. You cannot continue to give OKC multiple opportunities offensively. Did a fairly good job of that in the first. And Vassell, again, gets to his spot and knocks it down.
He is coming. They do it so often over the course of the season. That deflected.
Push on makes and misses. They found success in being able to, even off of made shots, get high percentage looks on the offensive end. But you got to lock down a little bit more and have a little bit of physicality defensively.
We'll have to see some defense both ways in this second half. Tied up at 81. Vassell, hard drive, floats it up, left it short. A chance for OKC to take back the lead. Wallace, no. Dort the offensive board and scores.
Got to continue to be detailed and finish his plays.
Barnes, no good on the 3. Dort the chance points. for OKC. Williams for three. Off the mark. Dort again. More second chance points. Needs a timeout. It is a 13-2 OKC. Special in third quarters in the NBA this season. Off to a 13-4 start here in the third. Fox. Silky smooth. Double figures with 10. Oh, Williams cutting. Hartenstein, the vision.
Oh, what a great setup. San Antonio comes out, puts a little bit more pressure on the perimeter. OKC reads it perfectly, sets it up for the back door.
Vassell gives it up to Fox. Fox on an island with Dort. Stops on a dime, fires, and hits. He has SGA, the lob to Hartenstein. They are picking the San Antonio defense apart. Barnes wanted a foul call, no whistle. SGA on the drive, can't get it to go. Fox the board. Ball. Vassell for three. No. 89-85. Wallace got Biyombo in the air. Skip pass. Williams in and out. Hartenstein the offensive board. Williams the reload. Left it short. Fox surrounded. Gives it up to Biyombo. Vassell to Barnes. In a crowd. Out to Paul. Ball finds Fox. Quick trigger. Well short. Ball. Williams working on Vassell. Short hook won't go. Barnes the board. CP3 ahead to Castle. Lays it up and in. Oh, he might at the easy lay to make it a two-point ball game. SGA sees the double. Wallace, who is behind Williams. Now it's in the hands of Dort. Long range three. Can't hit the rainbow. Paul ahead to Vassell. Approaching the midway mark of this third quarter. Castle behind the back takes the bump and earns the trip to the charity stripe.
You subset.
Good situation that Stephon Castle finds himself in. Drafted by the Spurs with Fox. So just a really good situation for this young man who will be in the running for Rookie of the Year.
Course of the season, he's been thrown into many different situations. He's been able to excel in all of them. But coming in, knowing that you're going to be relied on to defend at a high level.
How about Sohan? Count it and put him on the line.
You saw him in high school and he made plays with the ball in his hand. You saw him in college and he almost never had the ball in his hand. Off-ball cutting. He's taken the opportunity and has run with it, and that is a tribute to him.
SGA with a ridiculous shot. Meanwhile, aforementioned Castle and Sohan have helped make this a ball game once again after that. Harrison Barnes knocks down the first free throws with Luka Doncic now with the Lakers. They're playing tremendous basketball.
On both ends of the floor. I mean, locked down defensively, moving the ball, sharing the ball. Lots of production on the offensive end.
Dort, too strong. Rebound Sohan. Celtics, meanwhile, got a 7-point victory in our early game of the day. Sohan threw it behind Castle. Wallace. Wiggins, good look. Drills the three. 2-point lead for the Thunder. Spurs hanging right there with them. Castle for three. No. Williams the board. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, the mini, left it short. Rebound, CP3. 4-on-2. Paul, a little out of control there. Something you rarely see from Chris Paul. SGA. Oh, afterburners. Two more. 20s for Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. This is the cell. And a blocking foul called on Kenrich Williams. Game. Talking about players with similar usage as SGA dating back to 1980. SGA has the fourth best true shooting percentage, and he can also block shots, among the league leaders in stocks in the NBA this season. This is Wiggins on the drive, stops, the turnaround will drop.
Mentioned it in blocks and steals, leads the league in steals.
Champagny put it in. And Mark Dagnall will call the company. A lot going on in the West. Wallace blocked by Sohan. Oh, no.
There wasn't much of a reaction.
No protest after they saw the replay. Oh, they call it offensive foul.
Wow.
Wallace touched earth, but for good reason. Johnson with the push-off.
Lost his footing. Wallace lost his footing.
Eldon Johnson will have to take a seat next dead ball, but nobody at the scores table at the moment for San Antonio. Johnson the board. Champagny picks it up, gives it to Castle, finds a cutting. Sohan with the hammer. And now we got a scuffle at center court. Kenrich Williams and Julian Champagny. And now Dort mixing it up with Sohan. And they're getting SGA and Kenrich Williams out of there. And the award for best drama goes to OKC, already shorthanded. No Chet Holmgren, no Isaiah Joe, key reserve. Now no Lou Dort or Kenrich Williams the rest of the way. This is Caruso working on Sohan. Kick out, good deflection by De'Aaron. Clock winding down. Fires, can't hit, rebounds. Fox, the pump. Tosses it to Castle. Castle double clutch. Oh. Wallace. And now it's Wiggins. Found the angle and goes down hard. Here at Crossbank Center. Wiggins short on the first. Missed both, but they get the offensive board. SGA going to work. Down the lane. Got the lay-in.
This is the first home, so an easy finish at the rim.
31-point night for SGA. Johnson puts it up and it rolls out. Williams. Now it's Sohan. With the shot clock under 10. Fox fires the three. Well off the mark. Castle. Right place. Right time.
To the end of the floor.
70 seconds to go in the third. SGA, pump, kick out. Williams finds Caruso. Clock winding down. Caruso fires a three. No good. Williams the tap out. Back to Caruso now with the fresh 14. Wallace penetrating out to Wiggins for three. Money. 100. High scoring affair here in San Antonio.
And we've seen this a few times from OKC, going to this 2-3 zone, situationally, into quarters.
Castle can't hit from the corner. SGA the board. Pushing the tempo. Wallace, quick trigger. Got it. Back-to-back in the West, showing fight to close this third quarter. 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Castle on the drive, tosses it out. Johnson in the corner. They got to beat the clock. They can't do it.
Keldon Johnson needed to let that fly.
The period. SGA fouled. And San Antonio had a foul to give, 1.5 out of the ball game with those 5 fouls. Knocked out of bounds by Fox. And 8/10 of a second remaining here in what's been an eventful third quarter. SGA left it short.
the backside, playing pretty good. It's been a lot of offense both ways. We've got to maintain and not give him extra possessions with turnovers and rebounds.
Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, he's the head of their snake. How do you slow him down here?
Try to make a tough shot without fouling. Make him see crowds.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Katie. Here's Fox beating the clock. Oh, Castle getting up for the offensive board. Count it.
Make plays in a lot of different ways here tonight, as we have throughout the course of this season. This young man
Points tonight, 5 shy of his career high. This is Wiggins driving baseline, gives it up. Williams now. Shot clock winding down. Tough shot, won't go. Rebound Johnson. Here is Castle. Vassell on the drive. Put it up with the left. How did he get it to go? Three in the corner. Won't go for Caruso. Tapped out. Jang finds Wiggins. Good close out there by Vassell. Wiggins. Tough turnaround. Won't go. Rebound Fox.
That's what you got to make Wiggins do. Run him off the three-point line. Put it on the floor.
Keldon Johnson out there with 5 fouls. Fox on the move. Off glass. Won't go. Hartenstein. San Antonio's brought the energy to start this fourth quarter. This is Williams. Good from beyond the arc.
They just make you pay every time you make a mistake. Castle thinking that Williams was going to come off of that and he was going to switch, stop right behind and knock it down.
Jalen Williams has 27. Castle gets the screen from Barnes. Oh, crossover. Pull up. Oh, my goodness. 30 points for Stephon Castle. Long 2 from Williams. Got it.
And then Jalen Williams takes over. Second highest scoring duo in the NBA. And there's a reason. They can do it individually. They can do it out there.
Up ahead, Caruso beating everyone down the floor, and Mitch Johnson. More on Castle and check in with Katie Durham.
Well, Michael, De'Aaron Fox said Stephon Castle can shoot the crap out of the ball, and everybody sees his athleticism. But when you're on the court with him, he's a lot bigger than people think. Already a special player. He's going to be real special as he gets older in this league.
He is coming on strong. 3 straight games with at least 20 points. He has a 30-piece tonight. This is Williams on the move, draws the contact, and will go to the line. There are 11 players in the NBA who are average, remain to be seen. But it certainly looks like they have the pieces to win it over a month.
And what Jalen Williams' skill set allows you to do is play him at multiple positions. So you can spell SGA, get him time on the bench, because Jalen Williams can be your primary ball handler. And you don't.
Players combining for 62 of OKC's 117 tonight. In the corner, Jang can't hit. Tapped out to Fox. Fox over to Vassell. Full head of steam. Blocked by Jang. Oh, they call a foul. That looked clean from our angle. They met Diambo to jump it up. 4 minutes gone by in this fourth quarter. Fox, elbow J, pure. Making his home debut here at Frost Bank Center. 14 points. Oh, nice pass. Jang, the flush. He has 8 points, 10 rebounds. Fox. This is Castle on the drive, floats it up, won't go. And rebound scooped up by Wiggins. Jang. Williams now working on Vassell. Williams off glass.
Oh my goodness.
His bag is deep. 121-111. Fox down the lane, flips it up and through. He has 16 and matches his season high. Wiggins got a 3.
So the
point lead matches the largest of the night for the Thunder. Fox can't answer. Yeah, sitting comfortably on the bench. Williams, the blow by and the easy lay. NBA app. Second night of a back for San Antonio. They have to dig deep in this fourth quarter. Down 13. Sohan makes an 11-point deficit.
Well, you felt like San Antonio missed an opportunity when they had the scuffle, the multiple ejections, had a little bit of momentum and energy in the building. Couldn't quite capitalize.
Jang has provided good minutes for OKC. Fox outside. Devin Vassell wide open. Off the mark. They continue to struggle from three-point range. They set a franchise record with 16 made three-pointers in the first half. Hasn't gone quite their way here in this second half.
Has not. Have not made a one in the second half.
High off window. Case and OKC getting what they want on the offensive end. This Fox behind the back to Vassell. Baseline drive leaves it for Castle for two more. He's one.
The third. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander has sat this entire fourth quarter, which he has done 14 times this
Hartenstein. And SGA, you mentioned, is going to come to the scorers table now.
Well, the trust in this group and the ability to understand when it's winning time, right? And when it's time to make the extra punch.
The circus shot plus the foul from Jalen Williams. It will not be his last. He has 38. Fox trying to get by Williams in the lane, draws the contact. The home here in San Antonio. You've been basically on the road. Mitch Johnson in the midst of the rodeo road trip.
That rodeo road trip is brutal. Those home games played in Austin. Living out of a suitcase, don't have an opportunity to even settle really in a hotel.
Right, so
families displaced, trying to figure out where they're going to be, all of the things.
Interrupted their all-star week plans and a traveling violation.
All of these. Boston, Anthony Edwards.
Wolves, Suns coming up next year on ESPN. How about the block by Vassell? Vassell gives it up to Sohan. Fox around the Sohan screen. Dribbles in the lane, floats it up and in. 20 points. And now some pressure. And up ahead, Caruso gets the easy leg. 137, 121. OKC in firm control. And looking to win the regular season series between these two teams. SGA forced to give it up. Williams outside. Caruso flicks the wrist and hits the three. Another timeout. Mitch Johnson with 2:20 to go in regular.
You shell it, you rep it, and you try to put your guys in the best possible position to be ready.
Oh, again, Williams, a monster inside tonight. Of 40 teams in the NBA. You look at some of the other young teams in the league, whether it's Brooklyn, Chicago, others. They're not even in the
college vibe around these guys. They're for each other. They're like-minded. They sacrifice for one another. They've grown up together. Connectedness is what makes them special.
No question. And Chris Paul had a little hand in it. He played one season with OKC, playing alongside. He's talked openly about that relationship and what he's learned and gained from Chris Paul. Another three-pointer. 16 threes in the first half. They've only hit 2 here in the second half, and they've been knocked down by Malachi Branham and Sandro Mamukelashvili, all in the last minute. High 146 points. The score looks more like an early 2000s All-Star game. Rebound Williams in the lane, and we are under a minute to go. OKC on the verge of getting their 49th victory of the season, a commanding lead atop the Western Conference standings.
When it probably wasn't to their standard from a defensive standpoint, but at the same time, their offense just continues to get better and more efficient. Wiggins,
no. And OKC didn't have Chet Holmgren, no Isaiah Joe. They may be available tomorrow night against the Rockets. Collins-Feely foul. And of course, Lou Dort, Henry, Mark Daigneault. This one nearly in the books. San Antonio entered this game looking for their first 2-game win streak in 2025. They're going to come up well short thanks to this flurry of hoops. And OKC will run out the clock.